1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey everybody, Very Twirl here, and welcome back to more Steins Gates. Okay, I'm hoping we'll get on to chapter 6 this session, but I guess we'll find out whether or not that's actually going to be the case. Regardless, what's this? Gratitude? I don't remember what just happened. How do I check the backlog? L2. Of course, I've just loaded. I can't check my backlog that don't exist. Does she have a fever? I put my hand to her forehead to check. Kurisu twitches. I dropped my hand. Yeah, of course. Her voice is louder than it should be, and several people glance at us. Kurisu blushes and hangs her head. If Dora were here, he'd probably get all excited and say, a real Sunda, or Sundara. Sweet. Kurisu clears her throat and returns to her usual sour expression. Okay. That's why. I got a mail. From Part-Time Warrior. Wait, oneself. Don't forget what Taita said. Eh? That's, like, right out of the blue. It's quite mysterious, really. It's only been 2 weeks since Kurisu and I met. And yet it already feels natural for us to be walking together, exchanging banter like this. Perhaps pooling our efforts to create something new, dangerous though it may be, has brought us closer together. I admit that her knowledge and skills were impressive. I'd like her to remain at the lab if at all possible, but she said she's going back to America this month. It's already the 13th, so I wonder when she plans to return. I decide to ask her. Oh, well, there you go. It must be very soon. Probably a good idea. Looks like things are going to get busy. Naturally, I want Kurisu to stay with us to the end. A little bit after we return to the lab, Mayuri gets back. Seems Mayuri went to Lukako's. Wait, Suzuha shows up a few minutes later and our development council comes to order. Oh. I like how it's got the shortest explanation ever. What Ocarine calls a party. Development Council. Oh, that's great. Dara ordered 3 pizzas. We also line up all the snacks we bought on the table. It's just like the party we had a few days ago to cheer up Suzuha. Mayuri wanted to decorate the room, but since everyone's tired, I dismissed it as unnecessary. Looks like Suzuha managed to retrieve her jacket from Mr. Braun. The Bronto workshop's closed. Suzuha made sure the 42-inch CRT was turned off. So there's no need to fear any malfunction from the time leap machine. A heavy sigh escapes my throat. I realise that I've been tense and nervous since the time leap machine was completed. Now I can finally relax. The topic of the time leap machine has become taboo. Even Kurisu doesn't bring it up during the meeting. I opened the pizza boxes to find the exact same ones he got for Suzuha's party. Naturally, I'm not amused. Aww. Then what was the point of completing the costume? Oh, she's trying to get her to cosplay. Kurisu doesn't know how to react. She blushes and Mayuri starts teasing her like a drunk old man. There's no alcohol at this party, of course. Kurisu looks conflicted, then she murmurs. She sure could have fooled us before, pretending to have no interest in otaku culture. The cosplay demon? Kurisu lifts up her necktie. Ayamane. Oh, Ayamane Women's Academy. Private school for girls in the Kudanshita neighborhood of Tokyo. An academic powerhouse. Ayamane is a popular destination for foreign exchange students. Ooh. Oh wow. Looks like Kurisu approves of the cuteness is justice philosophy. Uh-oh. Oh dear, she probably shouldn't have agreed then. Oh my god.
いやいや、恥ずかしいでしょ。絶対来てね。絶対だよ。やめといた方がいいんじゃないかな。
Oh. Suzuha speaks, her tone sharp. She's scowling at Kurisu again. Suddenly the atmosphere in the room changes. Of course. Whoa! What the hell? Naturally, my strong-willed assistant isn't one to back down from a fight. Sparks fly between the two girls. Hmm?
私がしたことって後ろめたいことは何もしてないでしょうね。でも私知ってるんだから君の本質ってのをさ。すごい。私の心の中を覗いたんだ。画期的な発明だからぜひその独身装置を見せてもらいたいもんだわ。装置なんてないよ。強いて言うなら予言。つまり言いがかりってことか。事実だってば。
Uh-oh, we got a situation here. Mayuri clings to me with teary eyes.
この場を丸く収められるのはこの法王院京馬しかいないようだな。
While watching get punched by both, or like slapped by both of them. I insert myself between the two girls. Oh my god. They both glare at me. Although I'm afraid for my life, I harden my resolve. The mission must succeed. First, I focus on Kurisu. Oh my god.
育てられた覚えもない。
マッドサイエンティストを目指す上で最も必要なことを教えてやろう。すなわち表面は熱く奥底では冷たく。
聞いてない。なるつもりもない。
Yeah, this isn't going too well. Next, I switch focus to Suzuha.
戦士よ、お前がラグナロックにおいて戦うべきはセルのはずだ。
岡部倫太郎には忠告したよね。マキセ・クリスには気をつけてって。
You're going to mention that here? Now?
どういうことよ、岡部。
Their eyes are like laser beams boring into my skull. I want nothing more than to flee for my life. But Mayuri's watching me anxiously. I need to defuse the situation.
お前たち、どちらも引くつもりはないようだな。ならば好きなだけやり合うがいい。戦い抜いて、その後河原で握手して友情を芽生えさせるがいい。
What?
だから社会に出る時のためにこれだけは自覚しておけ。お前たちは二人とも空気が読めない。
うるさい。
Getting yelled at by both of them at the same time sends shivers down my spine. It's coming. I quickly seize my right arm. Oh my god. I turn around and head back to Mayuri. Is this just his way of backing out of it? Mayuri puffs her cheeks out and goes over to the two girls. Hearing this, the two combatants reluctantly comply. I expected this would happen. Mayuri is the oil that keeps the gears of this lab churning along. The throbbing in my right arm dissipates. Daru comes over to chat with Suzuha, and gradually peace returns to the lab. Kurisu is in the development room making a call, probably to her mother in America. I sit on the sofa and watch TV while sipping Dr. P. The TV is running a game show where contestants guess the prices of popular items at high-class restaurants. Mayuri sits down next to me. She peels a banana and begins eating it. Alright. Mayuri slowly looks around the lab, smiling all the while. I established the Future Gadget Laboratory around the time I entered college. It was the first step in my plan to bring chaos to the world. That was around the middle of March this year, which means it's been almost 5 months. Not half a month after it was established, Mayuri showed up. I'm still not sure why, and became a lab mem. For about a month, it was just me and Mayuri. Then in early May, I finally got Daru to join. All it took was telling him that the lab is just a 3-minute walk from May Green. This location on the outskirts of Akiba has always been quiet. Mayuri isn't the type to object to every little thing like Kurisu, nor the type to make dumb jokes like Daru, so the lab was very peaceful back in those days. It was quite a pleasant place to be. And now the lab mem count has increased to 8. It happened in the blink of an eye, or so it seems. They didn't come today, but Lukako visits occasionally and Faris is a familiar face at Mayqueen, or at least she was before Mayqueen disappeared. I remember feeling out of place the first time I came to Akiba, but now it's like a second home. Mayuri too seems pleased by the increase in lab mems. The sofa only has room for 2. Then there's Daru's personal desk chair. Those are the only chairs in the lounge. There are some pipe chairs in the development room, but they need to stay there. Then I need to get a part-time job again. Oh. Of course it would end up turning to food. Cutting off Mayuri's chicken supply might actually kill her.
だがマユリ、タイムリープマシンを譲渡して謝礼をもらえば問題はすべて解決する。
椅子と電子レンジの代金とちょっぴり上がっちゃったお家賃を払えるぐらいはもらえるかな。
もらえるさ。もっともらえる。
そうなんだ。よかったね、おかり。
なぜそんなに嬉しそうなんだ？
だってお友達たくさんできたもん。ダルくんでしょ、クリスちゃんでしょ、ルカちゃんでしょ、すずさん、萌香さん、フェリスちゃん、店長さん、なえちゃん、他にも他にも。
Oh wow, there's a lot of people. She gazes wistfully into the distance.
春の頃はオカリンはとっても寂しそうだったけど、もう大丈夫だね。マユシーが人質じゃなくても。
それはどういう？
What do you mean? I tried to ask before I can finish. What the hell? A terrorist bomb threat suspends Yamanote, Sobu, Kaihin, Tohoku lines. Oh dear. An urgent news bulletin appears on the TV. The subtitle reads, terrorist bomb threat suspends... Yeah. So Yamanote, Sobu, Kaihin, Tohoku lines.
爆破テロ予告？
つうか全部秋葉原駅通ってるじゃん。マユシ帰れないんじゃね？
本当だ。家に電話しなくちゃ。
A bomb threat? I don't know why, but I've got a bad feeling about this. Only the lines passing through Akihabara are suspended, as if that were the target. Wait, could that be it? Could the bomb be at Akihabara Station? I get a cold feeling in my stomach.
岡部倫太郎、一つ聞かせて。タイムリープマシンは完成してるんだよね。そっか。私、用事思い出したから、ちょっと出かけてくる。
Oh shit! I know what point of the story we're at. Oh no! Suzuha leaves the lab without another word. Suzuha's acting strange. Is it related to the bomb threat? Why did she just ask about the time leap machine? Something occurs to me. The two threatening emails I received. We're watching you. You know too much. Who sent them? And there's more. Words and images flash through my head. CERN. The LHC. Jellymen. The Z program. Government secrets. What the hell is that image? The organization. Men in Black. The Committee of 300. The Time Leap Machine. What did Kurisu say?
私たち、
Oh.
ひょっとすると、とんでもないものを作っちゃったかもしれない。
Taken separately, each of these elements was insignificant. But if I consider them part of a single line, they all point to one inescapable truth. We've come too far. Fear seizes my heart in an icy grip. I can feel anxiety eating at my brain. I can't breathe. Even though it's hot and humid, my body shivers. Should we run? Get out while we still can? We can't use the trains. What about the subway? Or would a taxi be better? Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's doing anything. What should we do? Suddenly there's a softness against my hand. I look down to see Mayuri's hand holding mine. When I look up, I see worry written on her face. It's okay. I'm just being paranoid. It's all a coincidence. Tomorrow we'll get rid of the time leap machine. Then we can forget that all of this happened. Pretend it was just a dream. We never invented a time machine. I don't need money. As long as we can forget about today and welcome tomorrow, we'll be okay, won't we? But my anxiety doesn't go away. I look over Mayuri's head at the entrance to the lab. The door is unlocked. Anyone could just waltz right in. I hear sirens wailing a few streets away. The bomb threat has Akiba in an uproar. Yet here in our corner of Akiba, it's so quiet. Mayuri squeezes my hand with her warm, slender fingers. I squeeze back. Oh god! Yeah. The next thing I know, the door slams open. 5 men burst into the lab. Their movements are swift and sure, professional, and each of them is carrying a gun. They spread out just inside the door and aim their weapons at us. It all happens so fast, no one has time to scream. The men are foreigners, a mix of races, dressed casually in colourful shirts and shorts and jeans. But their arms are thick with muscle, and their eyes are hard and cold as ice. 2 of them are holding pistols. The other 3 have assault rifles. AK-47s in Akiba? Is this some kind of joke? One thing is certain, these guys aren't tourists. The dark-skinned crew cut man barks an order. It feels like I'm dreaming. Did I fall asleep watching an action movie? This is the first time so many people have gathered in this room. Suddenly the lab feels small. What an odd thing to be thinking at a time like this. The first to obey is Daru. Then Kurisu raises her hands. Then me. Last is Mayuri. Silence. Time seems to grind to a halt. The men say nothing, but their guns remain steady, muzzles pointed at us. On the TV, a comedian laughs. What is this? Are we on candid camera? Then I hear a new sound coming from outside. The sound of high heels. A woman is coming up the stairs. Are these men waiting for her? Is she their leader? A squad of battle-hardened commandos, led by a beautiful woman? It's like something out of a manga. Nothing seems real. Before long, the woman appears. And... yep. It's Moeka.
Kiryu... Moeka?
Part-time editor. The male demon, Shining Finger, who is never seen without her phone. LabMem 005. Moeka, she is their leader? The least imposing woman I've ever met. Even now she doesn't meet my stare. Her eyes are aimed down at the floor. What's going on here? As always, her words are barely audible. It's ridiculous, laughable. And yet, I can't laugh. My heart is a jackhammer in my chest. The inside of my mouth is drier than a desert. I stay still, with my hands in the air. Uh-oh. I don't understand. Why is Moeka here? I don't know, but I have to ask. Moeka shakes her head. No reply. She doesn't intend to answer that either. Dangerous. These guys are dangerous. Look at their guns. Nothing good can happen if we go with them. I try to refuse, but my voice catches in my throat. I can't stop staring at their guns. Are they real? They're not going to start shooting, are they? Oh wow. Wait. Something clicked in my head. It was them. They sent the bomb threat. They stopped the trains. Why? To keep us here? Exactly. It was to trap us. Just for that? Okay. Kurisu, who has kept silent until now, finally opens her mouth. Yeah, why not Mayuri? That's when I realised that Mayuri wasn't included in Moeka's demand. She only wants Kurisu, Daru, and me. We're not getting anywhere. Daru's voice is shaking. I turn my head to look at him. He's deathly pale. Honestly, I have no idea what to do. My heart is still fluttering in my chest. This seems more like a dream than reality. I'm not a military otaku. I've never seen a real gun. The black shine of their weapons looked somehow tacky. They lacked the imposing feel you expect. I'd believe her if she told me they were fake. Mayuri suddenly speaks up. It's as if Mayuri asked my question for me. Moeka was a strange woman, but I welcomed her as a lab mem all the same. What is she thinking right now? In answer, nothing. Oh god! Moika pulls a gun from her belt and points it at us. I realise that Moika isn't holding her phone. This is the first time I've seen her without it. Not like that matters now. Moika's gun hand is trembling. Is the situation affecting her too? It must be. She's terrified of talking to people. Silence us. Does that mean she plans to kill us? Sounds that way. Why? What did we do?
一体誰の差し金だ。お前たち何者なんだ。
私たちは
Moika suddenly lifts her head. For perhaps the third time since I've known her, she looks straight at me. Her eyes are dark and empty.
セルンの
Oh. Son?
M4
The dark-skinned man speaks up. Is he addressing Moika?
口を慎め。
Moika hangs her head again. In my head, I replay the words she just spoke. CERN. They're from CERN. Why CERN? Of course, who else could it be?
3人とも一緒に来て。
Moika raises her voice in frustration.
これ以上拒否するなら嫌でも行きたくなるようにするから。
Moika slowly raises her gun. He points the muzzle at Moika. Not Moika, Mayuri. Jeez. Mayuri. My whole body instantly goes cold.
椎名真由里は必要ない。
Wow.
よせ。
I lunge at Moika, but the dark-skinned man is faster. Oh! Jesus. Something strikes my chin with crushing force. It was the end of the gun, I guess. Or the stock, I mean. The shock numbs my entire body. Stars explode behind my eyes. I fall to my knees, powerless to stand. Everything goes dark. What happened? Did he hit me with the butt of his rifle? Yep. I look up. Mayuri, face streaked with tears, is reaching out to me as if begging for help. Over her shoulder I see Moika ready her gun. Oh no. I try to yell stop, but my voice catches in my throat. Nothing comes out but a pitiful wheeze. Someone. Anyone. Please. Stop her. Stop Moika. Moika's lips move. She's mumbling something.
セルンのために FB のためにセルンのために FB の
For CERN, for FB, for CERN, for FB. Her mouth opens and closes, robotically. My blood curdles. No! Oh wow, now that's an image. A sharp dry crack splits in the air. Time slows to a crawl. She did just shoot Mayuri, didn't she? Moika pulled the trigger. Oh my god! Blood spurts from Mayuri's forehead. It splashes across my face, wet and warm. Her delicate, frail body falls towards me. I catch her. Her body is limp, like a puppet with no strings. Her head and arms dangle lifelessly. The smell of gunpowder fills my nose. And then the smell of blood. Daru clutches his head and falls to his knees, screaming at the top of his lungs. The sound jerks me back to my senses. In my arms, Mayuri takes one short, shallow breath. And then... Oh no.
まゆり。
She's dead. Mayuri's dead. Her face is covered in blood. Her blood stains my hands. It's warm.
もう一度言う。3人とも一緒に来て。これ以上の警告はしない。
Wow.
抵抗するなら
I hear a voice, but I can't comprehend what it's saying. What is this? What's going on here? Is this a joke? We may have created a monster here. This is a dream, right? Right? I feel nothing. My mind is blank. I shake Mayuri's shoulder. Mayuri? Wake up, Mayuri. You'll catch cold if you sleep here. If you're tired, you can stay overnight. Or I can take you home if you prefer. We'll ride the train back to Ikebukuro together, like we used to before Daru joined, when it was just the two of us. Memories of her smile well through my head, 1,000 different smiles from 1,000 different occasions. If I look away, she'll disappear. She always disappears. No, Mayuri, I still need you. Laugh for me, like you always do. Greet me with your silly toot-to-doo. Tell me it's a lie. Tell me you're alright. Mayuri? Jesus. Red flames consume my mind, an inferno of rage and hate, and the burning desire to kill everything I see. I gently lay the motionless Mayuri on the floor. I stand up, and then I fling myself at Moeka. But before I can take a step, someone grabs my hand from behind. Oh, it was Kurisu. I didn't realize it didn't click who grabbed me. Moeka's gun is aimed at my head. Her finger is already on the trigger. I tear my hand from Kurisu's grip. My vision is a tunnel with Moeka on the other side. She won't get away with this. She killed Mayuri in cold blood. I'll do the same to her. Uh-oh. Moeka pulls the trigger. Oh! Wait, she missed. The sound of the shot smites upon my eardrums. I feel a sharp pain on the side of my head. I nearly lose my balance again. But I'm still alive. What happened? I realise that Moeka's gun is lying at her feet. Beside it is a small stone. Wait! Someone must have thrown it and knocked her gun aside. Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Suddenly Suzuharu is there in the doorway, knocking one man down in the blink of an eye. Before anyone can react, she darts into another man's range and delivers a piercing elbow strike to his solar plexus. Whew! The man drops to his knees, gasping for air. The remaining men turn their guns on her, but she throws the incapacitated man toward them to block their aim. She then slides into the feet of the man at the rear, tripping him forward, and in a single smooth flowing motion, drives her knee into the man's face as he falls. Oh! The dark-skinned man aims his rifle, but before he can fire, Suzuha snatches a stunned attacker's gun and shoots him. Oh wow. Blood spurts from the man's hand. Without pausing, Suzuha leaps into the air and delivers a soaring roundhouse kick to his jaw. Oh! Oh. The next thing I know, the 5 men are down and Moeka's gun is aimed at Suzuha's face. But Suzuha doesn't back down, her gun is trained on Moeka's neck. It's a standoff, neither moves. Silence returns to the room.
42
Suzuha's reply makes no sense. She glances at me.
テレビ
Ah, the TV's on! We can time leap! What is she saying?
点灯済み
Suddenly, Kurisu springs up and makes a break for the development room.
動くなそれはこっちのセリフ
Nahaha. I suddenly realize the meaning of Suzuha's words. The 42-inch TV downstairs. It's on. She wants me to use the time leap machine. I look at Mayuri's body. She's lying there quietly. Her eyes are closed. They'll never open again. One of the men Suzuha knocked out starts to moan. If they wake up, it's all over. Suzuha looks at me again. Her eyes implore me to make my move. If I use the machine, I can avert Mayuri's death. But at the same time, it could fry my brain. Fry my brain? So what? What is there to fear? Mayuri is dead, shot in cold blood. This isn't right, I won't accept it. Then change it. Change the past. You have the power, use it. I stagger into the development room. Kurisu is about to put on the headgear. I pull it away from her. I grab Kurisu's wrist as she tries to take it back. I stare into her eyes wet with tears. I ignore her and put on the headgear. Moka's last shot grazed the side of my head. My ears are still ringing, and there's blood on my neck. It doesn't matter. I might fail, I might even die. But I have to try. It's my only chance to save Mayuri. Kurisu bites her lip and activates the X68000. Uh-oh. The crew cut man staggers into the development room. Acting purely on instinct, I grab Future Gadget number 4, Mode Snake from the shelf and flick the switch. White smoke instantly fills the room, rendering it impossible to see. Uh-oh. Whoa. Pain flares in my right arm. Was I shot? It doesn't matter. I see blue-white light shining through the smoke. The discharge is starting. The light rapidly grows brighter. The floor begins to shake. The singularity is open. I crouch down, holding the headset steady with one hand. Wait for me, Mayuri. I won't die here. I'll cross through time to save you. Leap, my memories. Leap to the past. The world explodes into light. Oh, whoa. This is completely different. Oh god, we only jumped back like 4 hours. There it is! Chapter 6. Metaphysics Necrosis. Murder. No matter how many times I call her name, Mayuri doesn't answer. Mayuri is standing in front of a grave, gazing at the sky. The grave belongs to her grandmother, who died when Mayuri was 11 years old. Her parents were always busy with work, so her grandmother was her only companion. I was close to Mayuri's family, so her death was sad for me too. At the wake, I expected Mayuri to break down and cry. She didn't. Instead, she spent the whole time gazing vacantly at her grandmother's memorial portrait. 6 months went by. I had advanced to middle school, so Mayuri and I no longer commuted together. But whenever I passed the cemetery on the way home, Mayuri would always be standing there. Every day, rain or shine, she would stand for hours before the grave, staring wordlessly at the sky, as if she could see her grandmother in heaven. In her hands, an old pocket watch. The watch had belonged to her grandmother. Mayuri always held it when visiting the grave. No matter how many times I called her name, Mayuri did not answer. Back then, Mayuri wouldn't talk to anyone. Not to me, not even to her parents. Whenever I saw her standing there, staring at the sky, I felt unease grip my heart. Her gaze was so earnest, her intentions so pure, that I feared some power might grant her wish, carrying her off to heaven to join her beloved grandmother. And so, to ensure that nothing like that happened, I made sure to stop by the cemetery every day. I would stand next to the sky-gazing Mayuri and call her name. But no matter how many times I'd call her, Mayuri wouldn't reply. The only sound in the lonely cemetery was the echo of my voice, calling her name. It was raining that day too. Mayuri had a light blue umbrella. In contrast to the umbrella's colour, the sky was glazed grey, covered in clouds. After a while, the rain stopped. Rays of light shone through gaps in the clouds, a stunningly beautiful sight. Rembrandt's rays, they are called, or sometimes the Angel's Ladder. Suddenly, a strong wind swept through the cemetery. It caught Mayuri's umbrella and carried it into the sky. Mayuri seemed not to notice. She kept staring at the sky. And then, slowly, so very slowly, she stretched her hand out to the sky, as if to grasp the rays of light, as if her grandmother were reaching down to pull her up. And then she lifted herself on her toes. To me, it looked as if she were floating towards heaven, or up towards heaven. Impulsively, I grabbed Mayuri's outstretched hand and pulled her into my embrace. In retrospect, my fears were just a childish fantasy, but at the time I truly believed that Mayuri might vanish. I realized how embarrassing the words coming from my own mouth were. You're my hostage? There it is. It was the first excuse that came to mind. Before her grandmother died, Mayuri and I were fans of the popular TV series about costumed heroes battling evil. I particularly admired the villain, a mad scientist. I even got pretty good at mimicking his lines. Now I was doing it to hide my embarrassment. I could feel my face growing red, but I kept up the mad scientist act all the same. If nothing else, it was better than admitting my insecurities. As I said this, I realized that Mayuri was shaking. She whispered. It was the first time in 6 months that I had heard her speak. Her voice was choked with tears. She smiled happily. Tears fell from her eyes. And then Mayuri buried her face in my chest. Whoa. Where am I? What drugs have I been taking? Who am I? I can't see, I can barely think. A terrible screech fills my head, like feedback from a giant speaker. Oop. It penetrates my brain like 100 sharp needles, stabbing me right behind my eyes. I thought brains weren't supposed to feel pain. Beh? Not okabe. Just beh. They'll be wondering what the hell happened. Jesus! Oh, the screams. And there's more. I feel a shiver of pleasure beneath the pain and a terrible itching like my body is on fire. Kabe? Well, there we go, we're getting two letters at a time. I want to crap. Oh, I can't wait to ruin it. Wow. I want to crack open my skull and tear out my brain. I want to scrape out my soft grey matter with my fingers and eat it. What the fuck? Oppe? Where'd the K go? Or where'd the Ka go? Why's that disappeared? The assault on my brain is driving me crazy. Who am I? There we go. We finally got to hear it. What's wrong with you? Plenty. Suddenly the shattered pieces of the world reform. I slowly come back to my senses. I'm in the lab, standing in front of the phone wave, name subject to change, with my cell phone to my ear. No, not the phone wave name subject to change, since headgear is attached to it, it's the time leap machine. It's hard to breathe. Give me oxygen. I hear a low wheezing groan and realise that it's coming from my own throat. I close my mouth and take a deep breath. The insides of my throat feel like they're burning. I resist the urge to cough and continue filling my lungs with air. I notice that I'm drenched in sweat. The drops sliding down my forehead are annoying. I try to wipe them away with the back of my right hand. My hand obeys, slowly. Something is off. It's like my body and my mind aren't totally in sync with each other. Almost as if this isn't really my body. As if my nerves aren't communicating properly with my extremities. I try blinking slowly. This might just be my imagination. Could this be exhaustion? I haven't slept much lately. I try to move my hand again. There is no disconnect this time. This is my body. A familiar voice. I turn around slowly. Kurisu is there. She stares at me, perplexed. What is she talking about? I try answering, but my voice doesn't work too well. Even more bewildering, I clear my throat several times. Oh. Well, yeah, we went back about 3 hours. For what? I search my memories. The moment I do, images appear in my mind like a string of exploding light bulbs. Don't show her body. Okay, good. That's when we was about to leave, and then we left. I remember now. I didn't miss anything, did I? Okay, I didn't. Good. I used the time leap machine. Okay, yeah, you'll remember the future. That's right. What am I standing around for?
Huh?
I grab Kurisu's shoulders and pull her close. Which shopping trip is she talking about? Dharma's fingers at his computer, staring at us wide-eyed.
13日の5時ちょっと過ぎだけど
The 13th, a little past 5. It's the same day. Did I manage to time leap in the middle of all that chaos? Did my memories really jump through time? Does that mean I've leaped into my past self? Is there a chance that it was all a dream? Thinking back forward, it doesn't seem real. Commandos breaking into the lab, it's like something out of a Hollywood movie. But the sight of Mayuri, broken and bloody, is burned into my eyes. I remember the smell of the blood. Lovely. The sound of the gunshot. The weight of the headgear on my head. The pain of the bullet tearing through my arm. Kurisu screaming, Suzuha fighting to defend us. I remember it all vividly. I touched my arm. No bullet holes, no pain even. Was it all a dream? I don't know. I've never time leaped before. I can only hope that it was a dream. A future like that is too much to bear. I recall Mayuri's last moments and my eyes fill with tears. I forced the tide of emotion back. I look around the lab. Kurisu and Daru are here. But I can't find Mayuri.
どこってルカシのところに行くってさっき言ってたじゃんか。オカリン聞いてなかったん?
That's right, Mayuri went to beg Lukako to wear her costume. She won't return until it's time for the party. What do I do? What do I believe? Was it a dream? Or was it real? If it was a dream, then I don't have to worry about anything. If it was real, I need to act. Now. I take a deep breath. It was a nightmare brought on by anxiety. That's all. There's no other logical explanation. I desperately persuade myself that it's so. Little do I know that I will soon regret my foolishness. Kurisu goes shopping alone. I stay in the lab with Daru waiting for Mayuri to return. An innocent smile. Mayuri is alive. Nothing will happen to her. I was worried for nothing. When Suzuha arrives, we begin the meeting. I've heard these words before. Deja vu, a trick of the mind. So at the feeling of having experienced something before... Hey Nanolix, how's it going? Before, despite not having actually experienced it, it feels like you are recalling a genuine past experience as opposed to an imagined experience or a dream. However, you are unable to recall when and where that experience occurred, which results in an intense feeling of strangeness. Not much, just enjoying some Steins Gate. How about yourself? The cause of deja vu has yet to be determined. One theory is that it is a physiological phenomenon caused by a temporary desynchronization of the recollection and storage functions of memory. The cause is theorized to be spasms in the brain's... the hippocampus, which is in charge of spatial reasoning and the sensation of familiarity. Hey Ark, how's it going? Oh, the music. Yep.
しまった。応援行きそびれた。
This is weird.
なんという不覚。
It's more so because of the music.
あとね、ルカちゃんはなんだか恥ずかしそうにしてたよ。ここに来たらまたマユリのコスを着させられるって思ったんじゃない？
It's just like my dream. I've never remembered a dream this vividly before. I remember every word that was spoken.
コスプレの件か。もしかしてまだ説得できていないのか。
Oh god, our voice is actually like getting the way we're saying the words is changing.
恥ずかしいんだ。
No, he didn't. He time leapt.
可愛いは正義なのに。
If you don't know what time leaping is, at least in this, it's essentially sending your memories back to a past self, and then your memories of the past self getting overwritten. This is the first time we did it, and we did it in a, as like a last resort sort of thing.
可愛いは正義ってそんな言葉が流行ってるんだ。クリスチャンは
Oh, it's weird.
可愛いよね。
Yeah, these are all the exact same.
今度のコミマに出てみない？新作は無理だけどね。去年作ったブラチューのセイラ覚醒後バージョンコスがあるんだ。多分ね。
Whoops.
私が
I mean, to be fair, if I do skip it, it doesn't really matter. We've seen this.
ちょっと興味ある。あ、でも私も人前に出るのはお断りだから。
I don't know how it'd be terrifying. You don't lose any memories. You would just have memories of the future. Or memories of what's to come. We only time leapt like 3 hours into the past.
着るだけでいいよ。でもね、そのうちみんなに見てもらいたくなるよ。
Yep, the cosplay demon.
今そうさせる魔物さんが住んでるんだ。そういえばクリスちゃんっていつも可愛い制服着てるよね。
Yep, we've been over this.
あ、これ2週間だけあやめ院に逆留学みたいなことしてたんだ。
We've been over that as well.
あやめ院なんだ。
Oh, it's weird.
コス持ってくるね。そしたらね。
Yeah, I'm mostly just skipping the dialogue because I've heard it. And it wasn't even that long ago.
撮影会は何時からですか？
Oh yeah, then she calls Daru. She's like, nice to know that you're still a perv.
相変わらず橋田は変態道を邁進中
Boom!
だ
I
な。
was close. I just said nice instead of good.
だってブラチューのセーラっしょ？あれって確かパンモロだぞ。
Yeah, she's got Panmura going on. What's that mean? It's when she shows her panties. Or that her panties are slightly showing.
パンモロ？
パンツがもろに見えているの略。
Boom! Yeah,
嘘。
no way.
大丈夫だよ。クリスちゃんは知らないかもだけどね。去年ぐらいにこんな言葉が流行ったんだよ。パンツじゃないから恥ずかしくないもんって。
Actually, no. The way it works is you can only send them back to a point where you had a phone. Because the way it works is you essentially get a phone call in the past, I suppose, and when you answer the phone, it sends a bunch of like was it frequencies or a bunch of waves, and that's what it sends a bunch of waves into your hippocampus, which triggers the overwriting of your memories. Something like that, anyway.
日本終わってた。絶対来てね。絶対だよ。やめといた方がいい。
And it's not shifted the word line. Because it'll only shift the word line if it changes. So basically it would shift the word line if when you went back in time you did something to avoid the future. But because we're literally just going back, we went back 3 hours in time, but nothing's changed. Everything is the same, which is what this is going through essentially. I think this is just to show us that it, like, nothing's changed. She's scowling at Kurisu again. Suddenly the atmosphere... Yep, I remember this too. I feel like I'm losing my mind here. Yep, this is all the same.
クリスを信じると痛い 目に遭うよ。それどういう意味？この前から思ってたんだけど、私あなたに何かした？直接は何も。でも私君のしたこと全部知ってんだよね。何よ私がしたことって。後ろめたいことは何もしてない。だろうね。でも私知ってんだから、君の本質ってのをさ。
I should actually put this on auto.
私の心の中を覗いたんだ。画期的な発明だから、ぜひその独身装置を見せてもらいたいもんだわ。装置なんてないよ。強いて言うなら予言。つまり言いがかりってことか。事実だってば。おかり。
Mayuri clings to me with teary eyes. Should I listen to Mayuri's plea, like I did in the dream? Knowing that I can't stop the fight, should I just let Mayuri handle it instead? Wait, what? He lost his mind forever ago. No idea what you're meaning. I don't know, I can't move a muscle. Oh, there we go. Mayuri pouts, then goes over to the two girls. There's that. Dora comes over to chat with Suzuha, and gradually peace returns to the lab. Kurusu's in the development room making a call, probably to her mother in America. I sit on the sofa and watch TV while sipping Dr. P. I can't pay attention to what I see on the screen. Everything's going the exact same. It doesn't enter my head. Well, yeah. That's kind of what this has been going over. It's only happened once, though. Someone died. Mayuri sits down next to me. She peels a banana and begins eating it. It's just like, uh-oh. Stop it. Why are you saying the same things as in that terrible dream? Because it wasn't a dream. It was a dream. It has to be a dream. Mayuri smiles happily, not noticing my lack of a reply. We need to get chairs. And a new microwave. Oh, I shake my head wordlessly. For some reason I'm afraid to look Mayuri in the face. This is new. It's not nothing. We know where this is heading. You'll find out. Because I'm assuming the same thing's gonna happen. Yep, there's a terrorist bomb threat that suspends Yamanote, Sobu, Kaihin, Tohoku lines. Before I can finish, the television interrupts me with an urgent news bulletin. The subtitle reads, Terrorist bomb threat suspends Yamanote, Sobu, Kaihin, Tohoku lines. It's like, just like in the dream. A bomb threat? Yep, those lines all pass through Akiba. I wonder why that is. Yep. It's the same. Every last thing, the same. It was a dream. It had to be a dream. But if it was a dream, then why...
イムリープマシンは完成してるけど。
そっか。私用事思い出して。
Oh, that's why.
出かけてくる。
That's why she asked. She asked if the time leap machine was finished. We said yes, then she leaves and says, oh, I just remembered something I've got to do. Now that makes sense as to why she does that. Suzuha leaves the lab without another word. Does she know what's about to happen? Nothing's going to happen. The break-in was a dream. But no matter how hard I try to convince myself of that, I can't shake the icy hand clutching my heart. I can't breathe. Even though it's hot and humid, my body shivers. I remember this feeling too, from the dream. Did I choose wrong? Was I granted a second chance only to let it go to waste? A soft feeling against my fingers. I look down to see Mayuri's hand holding mine, and when I look up, I see worry written on her face, or in her face. I reflectively look towards the door. If the dream wasn't a dream, then any second now. Yep. It happens exactly as I remember. 5 men burst into the lab. Their movements are swift and sure, professional, and each of them is carrying a gun. They spread out just inside the door and aim their weapons at us. I recognize each of them. There's no denying it now. I did leap through time. It was the future I remembered. I was supposed to change this present to stop the madness about to unfold. But I told myself that it was a dream, and wasted my chance to save everyone. Silence. Time seems to grind to a halt. The men say nothing. Why didn't I do anything to change this? Wasn't that why I leapt through time? The sound of heels echoes down the hallway. A woman is coming up the stairs. Kiryu Moeka. The woman who will kill Mayuri. The dream was real. Those were memories of the future. This is happening because I did nothing to stop it.
Moeka-san. Time machineを回収させてもらう。
If I kill her first, will Mayuri live? I consider the option but soon give up. The real danger is the men behind her. 3 of them have assault rifles. They'll gun us down the instant I try anything. My only hope is for Suzuha to make her move before Mayuri is shot. Is there even a chance?
牧瀬クリス、岡部倫太郎、橋田至、3名については我々と一緒に来てもらう。抵抗は許されない。とにかく来て。
どこへ？
I have no words.
せめて理由と行き先を教えてほしいんだけど。拒否することは認めない。あなたたちに逃げ場はないわ。私たちの仲間はすでに秋葉原中に散らばっている。手荒な真似はしたくない。
Don't want to hurt anyone. You shot Mayuri, you bitch.
3人とも一緒に来て。なんで3人なの？何を聞かれても答えるつもりはない。あなたたちはただついてくればいい。ねえ、萌香さんはラボメン仲間だよね。
In reply, she pulls out the gun. Moeka pulls a gun from her belt and points it at us. It's happening again.
一緒に来てもらうのはあなたたちの口を封じるため。それは拒否しても変わらない。3人とも一緒に来て。これ以上拒否するなら嫌でも行きたくなるようにするから。
Moeka slowly raises her gun. She points the muzzle at Mayuri.
椎名真由里は必要ない。
I try to shout stop, but my voice catches in my throat. Nothing comes out but a pitiful wheeze. I turn to Kurisu for help. Kurisu is staring at Mayuri. She looks as if she might start crying at any second. I turn to Daru. He's shaking. His lips move as if to speak, but nothing comes out. Someone, anyone, please, stop her. And yeah, it's not gonna happen. Stop Moeka.
セルのために。
Boston, FB, yes.
セルのために。
Her lips close tightly. Jesus. A sharp dry crack splits the air. Time slows to a crawl. Is he gonna show us again? Moeka pulled the trigger. No! God, why? Blood spurts from Mayuri's forehead. It splashes across my face, wet and warm. Her delicate, frail body falls towards me. I catch her. Her body is limp like a puppet with no strings. Her head and arms dangle lifelessly. The smell of gunpowder fills my nose. And then the smell of blood. Daru clutches his head and falls to his knees, screaming at the top of his lungs. In my arms, Mayuri takes one long, ragged breath. And then... Fucking hell, I forgot how loud that was. Jeez. She's dead. Mayuri's dead. Again. Her face is covered in blood. Her blood stains my hands. It's warm.
3人とも一緒に来て。これ以上の警告はしない。抵抗するならあなたたちも殺す。
I hear a voice, but I can't comprehend what it's saying. It's the same. I knew it would be. I let Mayuri die again. Because I didn't believe my own memories of the future. I lay Mayuri down on the floor. I'm sorry, Mayuri. I'm so sorry. I stand up. Rage takes hold of me once again. I'm helpless to resist. I take one menacing step towards Moeka. Kurisu stops me. Again. Kurisu grabs my hand before I can take another. Moeka's gun is aimed at my head. Her finger is already on the trigger. I grip my teeth and suppress my anger. Just then, something small and round strikes Moeka's gun hand. It's the stone! She drops her gun. At her feet lies a small stone. Suzuha! She's kicking ass. The next events transpire exactly as I remember. Suzuha appears in the doorway, knocking down the first man before anyone can react. She then proceeds to dispatch the remaining men with a series of swift, precise maneuvers. Who the hell? The dark-skinned man, the last one standing, takes aim at Suzuha with his assault rifle. But before he can fire, Suzuha snatches the stunned attacker's gun and shoots him. Blood spurts from the man's hand. Without stopping, Suzuha delivers a soaring roundhouse kick to the man's jaw. And boom! Moeka and Suzuha point their guns at each other. A standoff. Neither moves. Silence returns to the room.
42
There we go, she glances at me.
テレビ
The 42-inch TV's turned on. This time I already know what she means.
点灯済み
Turned on. I make a break for the development room. Boom. Don't move!
これはこっちのセリフ
Kurisu is right behind me. I grab the headgear and jam it on my head without a moment's hesitation.
岡部私が
俺が飛ぶ
I'm going back.
でももし失敗したら
It doesn't. We know it works.
設定を頼む
There's no time to argue. I grab Mode Snake from the shelf. Kurisu bites her lip and starts setting up the X68000.
岡部倫太郎一人行って殺せ使わせるんだ
Before the crew cut man enters the development room, I push the switch. White smoke instantly fills the room, rendering it impossible to see.
岡部本当にいいのタイムリープしてもいいのねえ
やれクリスマシンを動かせ
I know it probably seems like I'm rushing through this dialogue, but we've already seen this once. I see a blue-white light shining through the smoke. The discharge is starting. The light rapidly grows brighter. The floor begins to shake. The singularity is open. I crouch down, holding the headset steady with one hand. And there we go again. This is reality. It wasn't a dream. I burned that fact into my mind as I prepare to time leap. One more chance. The shaking begins. Once more, the world explodes into light. And how far back are we this time? So it was nearly 8 o'clock. It was 3 hours again. I can't hear it feels like someone is crushing my eardrums. Slowly, the shattered pieces of the world reform. My body convulses as if struck by lightning. I am Okabe Rintaro. I'm in the lab development room, standing in front of the time leap machine with my phone to my ear. My brain hurts again. This isn't like a headache, it's somehow deeper. With the pain comes a torrent of emotions, sorrow, longing, hope, joy, that threatens to wash away my psyche. However, only one thing matters. It worked again. I quickly returned to the lounge. I almost crashed into Kurisu. Alright, time leap successful. I pat Kurisu on the shoulders, almost in an embrace. Stop manhandling me. I scramble for my phone. Oh. Call Mayuri. Oh. It went to voicemail. I hang up. I look at my watch again. It's just past 5. Thank God for the time leap machine. It makes me shiver to imagine what would have happened without it. I have 3 hours until Morika kills Mayuri. Everything's going to be okay. That's plenty of time to escape. First, I'll meet up with Mayuri and leave Akiba. We can go to... I never know how to say this bloody word. Or this place. Akibakuro. Wait, what if they're watching her house? Maybe we should hop the bullet train and get out of Tokyo entirely. Anyway, we're fine as long as Morika doesn't find her today. So first, I need to find Mayuri. Kurisu and Daru look at me with concern. I check my wallet. I only have 9,000 yen and some change. I mean, he could warn everyone, but what's the chance of them believing him? They never tested the time leap machine, so they don't even know it works. I'll need to stop by an ATM and withdraw everything I have. Kurisu shrugs her shoulders, dumbfounded. I don't have time to answer her. I slip beside her and dash out of the lab. Yeah, they made the time leap machine but didn't want to use it because they was like, it might fry someone's brain. I run full speed to Yanabayashi Shrine. Naturally, I have to stop for breath before I get more than a few blocks. The sun is setting, but the temperature still hasn't dropped below 30. Sweat quickly covers my entire body. I'm not good at exercise in the first place. I finally stagger through the archway. Now I regret not borrowing Suzuha's bicycle. But no, there wasn't time for that. Finding Mayuri comes first. I run to the courtyard where I find Lukako standing alone with her bamboo broom. She bows her head.
マユリはどうだ。
まゆりちゃんだったらもう帰りましたけど。
帰った。
はい。後でまゆりちゃんにごめんなさいって伝えてくれませんか？僕やっぱりどうしてもコスプレはできませんって断っちゃって。
Oh.
まゆりちゃんを悲しませたくはなかったんですけど、やっぱり人前に出るのは恥ずかしくて。
I finally catch my breath. I don't have time to listen to Lukako's apologies.
マユリは帰ったんだな。
あ、はい。
That doesn't make sense. I know she comes to the lab around 6:30. It's still 5:30. No matter how slowly you walk, it shouldn't take more than 20 minutes to get to the lab. So what was she doing for the extra 40 minutes? We don't have time for this.
本当に帰ったのか。どこかへ寄るとは言っていなかったか。
いえ、聞いてませんけど。
How so? Because it's hopeless?
岡部さん、一体何が。
I can't remember how many times it actually takes before
マユリがここに戻ってきたら
things start to change.
伝えるんだ。
はい。
I better check the lab. We might have missed each other. When I get back to the lab, nobody's there but Daru. Did Kurisu go shopping by herself? I call out to him as he's ordering pizza on the computer.
マユリは帰ってきてるか。
え、いや、
Oh god.
あいつどこへ。
I take a bottle of Dr. P out of the fridge and chuck it down. The cold sparkling liquid wets my parched throat and drives the heat away. Now I can think. But I still can't relax. Every minute, every second is precious. Each moment I waste brings me closer to Mayuri's death.
オカリンさ、さっきからなんでそんなピリピリしてるん？
マユリの居場所を知らないか。
だからルカシのところっしょ？
いなかった。帰った後だった。
I start to pace in irritation.
じゃあ他のレイヤー仲間のところとか。
そのレイヤー仲間の連絡先を教えろ。
いや、知らんし。
Damn. It's easy to forget, since she's usually here, but Mayuri and I rarely spend time together outside the lab. That's the hope. May Queen and the shrine, that's about it. I have no idea where else she might go. May Queen doesn't even exist on this world line.
ああ、そういえば。
何かしているのか。
携帯の電源が切れそうとか言ってたような気がする。
Oh. Yet another setback. Not only am I unable to contact her, she might not even notice my phone calls.
なあ、一体どうしたん？
誰。なぜここに残っている。今すぐラボを離れろと言ったはずだ。
No worries, dude. I appreciate you stopping by. Have a good day. I sit on the sofa. I feel the weight of stress on my shoulders and in my bones.
理由もなしにそんなこと言われてもわけわからんつうか。一体何が始まるんですみたいな。
We're all gonna die. Or you're gonna die if you stick around.
マユリが殺される。
は？
Oh, we actually do tell him.
セルンが本気を出してきたんだ。あと2時間で奴らは襲撃をかけてくる。だからお前は逃げろ。
え、マジ？
Mm-hmm.
クリスと連絡を取れるか。あいつにもそう伝えるんだ。
あと2時間ってなんでオカリンはそれを知ってるわけよ。
Because it's happened. Twice. There we go. Daru pauses for a moment. He looks toward the development room where the time leap machine is sitting.
まさか使ったん？
Mm-hmm. I nod gravely. I kicked Daru out of the lab and sent him home. He promised to call Kurisu for me and tell her to stay at her hotel, but a few minutes later she calls me directly and demands an explanation. It takes some effort, but I managed to convince her to do as I say. Now I just need to wait for Mayuri to get back. I thought about looking for her, but it's too risky. We could miss each other like we did at the shrine. Better to wait here in front of the building. While waiting, I try to convince myself that everything will be okay. Mayuri returns to the lab at 6:30. That leaves about an hour before Moeka's attack. In an hour, we could ride the bullet train from Tokyo Station to Shizuoka. Is that the best plan? Maybe we should get off at Yokohama and lay low in a hotel for a while. Hey Simon, how's it going? I can think about what comes next after Mayuri's save. The time leap machine doesn't matter, Moeka can have it. My top priority is to prevent Mayuri's death. Sweat accumulates on my forehead and rolls down my face. Hurry back, Mayuri. Startled, I turn towards the voice. It's Suzuha! Suzuha and Mr. Braun have emerged from the Braun Tube workshop. I see them lock the door. Guess they're closing up shop. That's right, I forgot about Suzuha. That reminds me. During the attack, she took down 5 armed commandos in the blink of an eye. I still can't believe it. Where does an 18-year-old girl learn to move like that? And then there was her strange behaviour immediately before the attack. She left as soon as she heard about the bomb threat, also almost as if she knew something was going to happen. That sucks to hear, man. I hope it gets better. And finally, there's that business with her father. Everything about her is a mystery. Who is Amane Suzuha? Nope. She probably heard us talking about it. Oh. Ah. Pretty good, thanks for asking. No, it's not that. Oh, there we go. That's not it.
だよ、岡部。うちのバイトも仲間に入れてやれ。おめえはこいつに借りがあるんだろ。こいつのへそのおかげで、おめえらがビル揺らすのも一応許してやったんだからな。
へそって、おーい。
Suzuha has recovered her jacket. She's properly dressed now.
このバイト、なかなかいいへそだったぜ。腹回りがしっかり鍛えてあって、キュッと引き締まってたな。
Wow.
エロ親父、本人前にして語らないでよ。
Dirty old man.
今日の宴会は中止だ。だからバイト選手よ。悪いが今日は帰ってくれ。
中止なの？
ああ。すまない。
I attempt to smile, but with little hope of success.
岡部、何をしてんのかともかく、いざとなったら無茶だけはすんなよ。
It's weird to have him give me advice. I thought he was just a dirty old man who loved CRTs. Maybe he's sharper than I thought. Maybe he's just telling me to stop shaking the building.
マユリと喧嘩をしましてね。ちょっと参ってるんです。それだけですよ。
That's the best lie I can manage.
あ、じゃあまずいんじゃない？
What? Blood?
だってほら、あそこに。
Suzuha points across the street. I turn to look. To my surprise, there's Mayuri walking up the street with a big bag. When she notices us, she waves her hand with a ditzy smile. Mayuri!
あれ？喧嘩したんじゃないの？すごい笑顔だけど。
I ignore Suzuha and run to Mayuri. The clock on my phone says 6:33.
ちょっと、どうしたのよ？
Oh no, there is no time on my phone. Oh well. I wasted precious time talking to Suzuha. Now that I've secured Mayuri, we need to get as far away from Akeba as we can.
オカリン、
I ignore her question and grab her hand.
走れ駅に行く
待って荷物が
構うなとにかく走るのだ
なんで
いいから走ってくれ
I can't get the image of Mayori's death out of my mind. I won't let them kill her. I won't. Mayori gives no further resistance. She follows obediently, quickly matching my pace. I forgot that she's faster on her feet than I am. Well, that's useful then. At the very least.
どこ行くの
Anywhere but here.
そうだなとりあえず筑波がよくあの辺りに
I'm already gasping for air. Mayori, however, might as well be strolling along for all the difficulty she's having. How can she be so ditzy yet so athletic at the same time? What? Oh! The sun has already set, but the sky is still a mix of indigo and orange. We run through streets, lit by dazzling shops. Everything will be fine once we make it on the train. I hold this thought in my mind as we run. I'm already exhausted. Mayori practically has to drag me along to keep going.
少しね休んだ方がいいんじゃないかな
電車に乗るまでは走り続けろ
I do my best to keep up the pace.
でもねオカリンすごい汗だよ運動苦手なのにね無理すると
When we reach the station, I realise that something is wrong. The station is packed, seriously packed. You don't see this many people even at rush hour. The crowd is milling around the entrance. For some reason it looks like no one is going in. What's going on here? A protest? Some kind of street performance? I don't have time for this. Just then an announcement plays over the PA. Uh-oh.
お急ぎのお客様には大変ご迷惑をおかけしておりますが何卒ご理解のほど
Finally I realised my mistake. That's right, before the attack the trains were stopped by a bomb threat. No wonder there are so many people standing around. In my haste to flee the city I completely forgot. How could I have been so stupid?
どうしたんだろう
All of the train lines were stopped. We can't escape Akiba. What about other means of public transportation? The subway or the bus? Should we go to the other station? I turn around and head back the way we came, keeping a firm grip on Mayori's hand. Before we get more than a few steps, a man steps out of the crowd and blocks our way. I realise that we're surrounded. Oh, fuck. A low voice. A face I've never seen. He's not one of the 5 who broke into the lab.
オカリンこの人たち知り合い
Nope. Mayori grips my arm tightly as she looks anxiously at the men.
誰だ
Instead of answering, the man makes a grab for my arm. I jerk away and try to escape, but the men move to block us again.
セルンか
They're with Moega? She must have planned for this in advance. The chill runs up my spine. We made a terrible mistake when we hacked into CERN. I realise that now, though it's far too late.
これだけ大勢の人がいる中で殺せるのか
I feel something cold against my back. I don't realise what it is at first. Then it hits me. A gun. I gulp. My blood goes cold. Am I going to die here? Will my time leaping be for naught? No, I can't give up. I won't let Mayori die. I won't accept that future. But how do I get out of this? The crowd at the station has grown even thicker. People are starting to argue at the station, or with the station personnel, demanding to know when they can go home. The situation is quickly becoming chaotic. Suddenly, a fight breaks out nearby. It looks like some people are trying to shove their way through. This could be our chance. A tide of people... Oh. Oh, right, that actually worked. In our favour. It's because the music went a bit weird. I was like, oh crap, we got screwed. So a tide of people surges into us, knocking the man behind me off balance. Now! And we run. I quickly turn and strike the man's hand aside. His gun falls away. Then the man gets swallowed by the crowd. Oh, there we go. Nice. I grab my Yori's hand and start running. We have to fight our way through the crowd, but that also thwarts our pursuers. As soon as we reach the main street, we start running back toward the lab. What the hell is this song? Of course, we can't return to the lab itself. Moeka's group will be there shortly. Is the subway still running? If we get on at... is that Suherocho? What is this song? So Suherocho Station, we can take the Ginza line to Shibuya. From there we can grab a train heading out of Tokyo. I still haven't recovered from my exhaustion. I don't know how much longer I can hold on. We can't stop now, I have to keep running. It doesn't take long before a new obstacle appears. 4 men walking together up ahead suddenly stop and turn to face us. I've got a bad feeling about this. They don't look like otaku. Are they with CERN too? My fears are confirmed when the 4 men start walking towards us, arms spread to block the street. No doubt about it, they're after us too. I turn to flee back towards the station, and there I see the first group of men closing in behind us. We're trapped, enemies on both sides. There's only one choice. I grab my Yori and make for the nearby side street. I'm trying to get to Suherocho Station without using the main streets. But as we pass UPX, several men on the bridge point at us and shout something. Are they with CERN too? How many men do they have? We turn back and change course. Talking while running uses up all of my breath. Sweat drips into my eyes, making it harder to see. Before I finish, I catch sight of another group of men waiting for us up ahead. I look back. So the group from before is chasing us. We're surrounded by enemies. The familiar streets of Akiba are filled with agents of CERN. I recall what Moeka said. Despair seizes my heart. Is escape impossible? We're just kids playing at science in the safety of our tiny little lab. Our enemy is a multinational conspiracy willing to kill anyone who gets in their way. Were we doomed from the start? No matter what, we must get away. Leading my Yori by the hand, I push my way through the crowd, then jump the fence onto the road. Oh no. Something strikes me with crushing force, sending me tumbling across the pavement. Come to a stop several meters away, my body is racked with intense pain. A red curtain covers my eyes. I try to brush it off, my hand comes away slick with blood. Oh god, oh my god. I grit my teeth against the pain and lift my head. My Yori is lying on the pavement a few meters away. I reach out to her. No response. My Yori is motionless. No. Did the impact kill her? It did indeed. This can't be happening. The car that ran us over, a white van, pulls up. The door opens and out steps... Moeka. Oh, fuck's sake. Kiryu Moeka. Her again. She knew the exact moment to be here in order to run over poor Mayuri. She's talking to someone on her phone. Has she been tracking us the whole time? She looks down at me with eyes cold enough to freeze my blood.
すんだ。
あなたが逃げるからよ。
くそ。
Whoa. Mustering my strength, I leap up and throw myself at Moeka. She goes down hard. I hear her head smack against the pavement. I stand up and look around. Moeka is dazed and unable to stand, but I see CERN agents making their way towards us through the crowd. I've got to get out of here. I take a step, a sharp pain stabs through my body. The crash must have broken a bone in my leg. It doesn't matter, I have to get to the lab and time leap again. That's the only way to save Mayuri. I look back at the site of the accident. Moeka is slowly regaining her feet, but Mayuri remains limp and motionless on the road. It breaks my heart to leave Mayuri lying there, but I have no choice. I have to go. Back to the lab. Fighting the pain of my broken leg, I managed to drag myself back to the lab. Surprisingly, CERN's men didn't chase me. Nobody's at the lab when I arrive. Only the lights are still on. Relieved that Kurisu and Daru haven't returned, I head straight to the development room. I remembered to break into the Brontube workshop to turn on the 32-inch CRT. My body is drenched in sweat and I can't stop shivering. Everything hurts, especially my right side where the car hit me. If I'm not careful, I might lose consciousness. My vision is blurry, it's hard to focus. My left arm is numb and can barely move. But still, I force myself to activate the X68000 and input the settings. I'm gasping for breath like a wounded animal. The sound of my heartbeat fills my ears. Mayuri. They killed her again. I failed to protect her. I'm sorry, Mayuri. I'm sorry. Choking back my tears, I frantically pound on the keyboard. Police sirens echo in the distance. Moeka hit Mayuri in front of hundreds of witnesses. They'll probably take her in for questioning. Even if CERN bails her out somehow, she should be stuck for at least a couple of hours. The real problem is her men. Those mercenaries, or whatever they were. CERN's hit squad. Why didn't they come after me? It should have been easy for them to catch me, injured as I am. I need to hurry. If they show up here, they'll kill me for sure. Settings complete. I put on the headgear. I'll get blood on it, but that doesn't matter. A surge of anxiety washes over me. What if the time leap fails? What if my memories are corrupted? I might forget who I am. I might lose myself. Should I really use the machine? I curse my weakness. This can't be allowed to happen. No risk is too great. I will save Mayuri whatever it takes. I alone have the power to change the past. What am I waiting for? Swallowing my fear, I activate the time leap machine. Did we still only jump back 3 hours? Oh! Oh, we went back 4 hours. A screeching in my ears, needles stabbing into my brain. Bloody hell. 1,000 emotions flooding my senses. The world bends, pulses, then returns to normal. The pain of my wounds has vanished, like magic, replaced by a piercing pain in my brain. I fight back a wave of nausea and take stock of the situation. I'm sitting on the sofa with my phone to my ear. Another successful time leap. That makes 3. It looks like the time leap machine works perfectly. I'm sure it would boost Kurisu's confidence if I told her. But that will have to wait until Mayuri's out of danger. I stand up and look around the lab. Kurisu, who was dozing off next to me, wakes up with a jerk at the sound of my voice.
Joe, いきなりなんぞ？マユシならルカシのところ行くって言ってたじゃん。
It's literally like 50 minutes earlier, or 40 minutes earlier, so we might actually be able to catch her. Damn, she already left. I should call or send a mail. Oh. Right, okay. I've just looked over at my thing. If I call or send a mail, if I call Luca... And it said I need to get in touch with her somehow. There we go. Phew, I didn't miss it. Hello, this is Urushibara.
ルカ子、俺だ、岡部だ。
岡部さん、どうしたんです？
Is Mayuri there?
そこにマユリはいるか。いたら代わってくれ。
はい、ちょっと待ってくださいね。
Oh.
トゥットゥルー、マユシーです。オカリンどうしたの？
Finally, I've managed to get a hold of Mayuri. This will give us hours to spare.
お前今どこだ。柳林神社か。
そうだよ。
今からそっちに行く。いいか。絶対にそこから動くなよ。
なんで？一体何の騒ぎ？
Kurusu's eyes are half asleep.
ダル、それに助手よ。二人とも今すぐここを出て、できるだけ秋葉から遠くに逃げろ。ただし、電車は絶対に使うなよ。
なんだと？
できれば普段行かないような場所に隠れて一晩過ごすんだ。分かったな。
じゃあ一晩過ごすとか。つまり僕とマキセ氏はラブホテルでハーハーするんですね。わかります。
黙ってろ変態。
Kurusu gets up.
岡部、どういうことよ？
いいから言う通りにしてくれ。事情は後で話す。いいか、絶対に戻ってくるなよ。
I thought of having them take the time loop machine, but the microwave's pretty heavy to carry around. And it's that time machine that Marika's really after, not Mayuri. If it will guarantee everyone's safety, I'd rather just abandon the time machine. I dash out of the lab, disregarding Kurusu and Daru's demands for an explanation. Oh god, I was right to borrow Suzuha's bicycle. I arrive at the shrine far earlier than if I had run. Mayuri and Lukako are in front of the main building. Oh my god, I got the hiccups. Oh heyo! Mayuri waves her hand happily, Lukako bows her head.
もしかしてオカリンも援護に来てくれたの？
Back me up.
援護。
ルカちゃんにコスを着てもらう
Oh.
ためのね、説得だよ。まゆりちゃん、本当に無理だよ。僕、恥ずかしくて絶対着られないから。ねえ、オカリン、ルカちゃんを説得するいい方法、何かないかな？まゆしにはルカちゃん攻略法がもう思いつきません。
For the Luka-chan route. Oh, that's great.
本当に無理なんです。まゆりちゃん、ちっとも諦めてくれなくて。
Tears well up in my eyes. I grit my teeth and resist the urge to cry. To see them talking so happy and carefree. I thought that this peace would last forever. And yet...
すまない。二人とも。コスプレの話は後だ。
I grabbed Mayuri's hand.
マグリ、荷物を置け。ルカ子に預けるんだ。
どういうこと？
これから遠出する。
旅行かな？
Kinda.
旅行？
Lukako's face turns red.
二人で行くん
Oh my
ですか？
god.
そうだ。
I'll let Lukako misunderstand whatever she wants. I take off running, half dragging Mayuri along. We get out to Mansaibashi Bridge. Now I need to figure out where we go from here. It's 4:30. We should still have about 3 hours before the train stops. Or trains stop. If we wanted to, we could even leave from Akiba Station. But that seems like a bad idea. Mocha and her men might already be there. We should board from another station. If the plan is to head to Yokohama, the fastest way to take the bullet train from Tokyo Station. To get to Tokyo Station without passing through Akihabara Station means boarding at Kanda, or is that Awachijo? We could walk to Tokyo Station in an hour, but I don't want to waste that much time. Nope.
俺たちはセルに命を狙われている。
どういうこと？
Means there are armed people after us.
詳しい説明は後だ。とにかく秋葉を離れるんだ。
I decide on Awachijo Station and start running. If we can make it to Yasukuni Dori, the station's right there. But I freeze when I see a group of 6 men walking just ahead. Are they Moeka's men? I don't know, but we can't take the chance. I pull Mayuri into a nearby alley. How many men does CERN have? When did these patrols start? Are they watching stations besides Akihabara? I have no way of knowing. To make matters worse, CERN's assassins are indistinguishable from ordinary shoppers at a glance. You can tell they're different when you get close, but by then it's too late. They could be anyone. Japanese, foreigners, anyone. Damn, what should we do? Should we take the shortest route and risk being seen? Or should we stick to the back streets and stay out of sight? But each of them is carrying a bag full of computer parts. I don't think they're the enemy, but I can't be sure. The only way to be safe is to treat every group of men as a potential threat. At this rate, it'll be night before we escape Akiba. Maybe we should just go for it and hope to get lucky. I'll look up to the closest station with my phone. So, Ochanomizu and Suhirocho are about equidistant from our current position. Suhirocho takes us near the lab, but Ochanomizu is on the same line as Akihabara. It might be affected by the bomb threat. An impasse.
前にしばらくここでじっとしててくれ。
どこ行くの？
駅までの道に敵がいないか見てくる。
To the station to make sure it's safe. Oh. Oh god, I didn't see. I didn't read it. Crap. While I'm at it, scout the streets between here and there. We'll need to use the shortest route.
置いていかれたくないな。
すぐ戻る。30分しても戻らなかった。誰かに連絡を取って秋葉から離れる。クリスか鈴葉あたりがいいだろう。
そんなこと言っちゃやだよ。絶対戻ってきてね。でないとマユシは何が何だか。
Oh, what a bastard. Damn it, this stream's gonna be split into 2 parts. I'll just have to upload it after I'm done. I leave Mayuri behind and run to Ochanomizu Station. Screw it, I'm actually going to end the session here with it fucking up. Oh, I love shit internet. It's the best. God, it really is the fucking worst. Oh well. That is going to be the end of the session. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And until next time, take care. And for those who stopped by the stream, thanks for stopping by. It's much appreciated. Have a good day, and I'll see you next stream.